Hello folks, first of all thanks for visiting the website. The idea here is to bring a little reality and common sense to language training. The focus for Transcon is on French and Arabic at this stage. Lessons are currently being held in Wagga, New South Wales, with further sessions to be held in Canberra as of May this year. At the beginning of each intensive session, the first thing explained is what we're not going to do as opposed to what we are going to do. And the reason for this is that there are some common problems with the way language is often taught. Just to name a couple. Firstly, there are the dodgy marketing gimmicks which promise the world with no effort required. If you fall for that, well, that's pretty much your own fault, really. Secondly, and most commonly, is the mixing of all the different subject areas right from the very beginning. Verbs, nouns, adjectives, singular, plural, masculine, feminine, etc. That's confusing enough as it is, even more so if you can't remember what verbs, nouns, adjectives, etc. are. So, the first thing we do not do is begin by parroting or mimicking phrases such as bonjour, je m'appelle and comment allez-vous. The simple reason is there is no point in mimicking a phrase that we don't understand. It's all about foundation. If we don't know why we are saying what we are saying, we can't build on it. Secondly, as just mentioned, we will not be mixing all the verbs, nouns, adjectives, singular, plural, masculine, feminine, etc. from the beginning. And finally, kindergarten exercises such as drawing lines between French words and pictures of sticks of bread, cups of coffee and pictures of cute little animals are also out. We do one thing in the first lesson, verbs, the so-called doing or action words. We learn how to conjugate them. Don't worry about that word for the moment, we'll come to it shortly. In essence, it simply means that we learn how to use our verbs correctly. And one last thing to keep in mind is priorities. Verbs and learning how to use them correctly are the absolute #1 top priority in learning how to speak French correctly. Other things such as nouns and adjectives etc. are important, but on a sliding scale. The importance of masculine and feminine is toward the bottom of that sliding scale. The simple truth is that most French people couldn't care less whether you get your masculine and feminine correct or not, but they'll be very impressed if you know how to conjugate a verb, and even more so if you know how to put it into its different tenses, which we'll be covering in our third lesson.